Hello everyone, it's Amelia Liana today and I'm with Well Duty Free to show you my summer skin makeup look, which is the look I'm wearing now. So let's get started. For my base, I'm going to use a little bit of a primer that has an SPF in it. This is the Shiseido Glow Enhancing Primer. I'm just going to apply this with my hands. It comes out kind of white as you can see, but it blends into the skin really beautifully and easily and does give you that glowing base that you need to start off. You can see instantly it's just pepped up my cheeks. For my foundation, I'm going to use NARS's Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is a beautiful foundation because not only does it make your skin look really glowing, but the coverage on this is gorgeous. I like a kind of medium to full coverage, and this is really buildable, and it also does manage to give you that glow without looking too cakey or heavy on the skin. So I'm just applying that with a buffing brush. I don't love applying foundation with my fingers, but this one actually does look really good when you apply it with your fingers because you can sort of blend it into the skin and make it sit on your skin really naturally. So in places like my forehead where I feel like I don't need that much coverage, I apply a kind of light layer, and then places like my cheeks where they get kind of red and there are some veins popping out and stuff, I add another little layer on top of that. And you can see how buildable it is. Really, you can tailor the coverage with this foundation to exactly how you want it. Now, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is one of my absolute all-time favorite concealers. As you can see, I have quite heavy under eye bags and it just totally transforms them in seconds. This is actually a Well Duty Free exclusive and it is called the Radiant Creamy Concealer Duo, so you can get two in this set. So if you're like me and you go through concealer like crazy amounts, then you'll definitely need to be buying more than one. So I literally dab this with the doe foot applicator under my eyes. I take it around my nose as well. On the tip of my nose, I always get red on the tip of my nose for some reason, and a bit on my chin. And then again, I just blend that with my brush really easily. You can see the coverage on this is so great. I mean, you can see how quickly my under eyes are going to be transformed. You can see how instantly that has changed my face. This concealer is, it's just so good. It's amazing. I don't do too much to my brows on an everyday basis, but when I do, it's a little bit of brow pencil. I love brow pencils like this one from Estee Lauder. This is the Micro Precise brow pencil, and I always need a brow pencil that has a spoolie on the other side because I have really unruly brow hairs and they always need to be combed back into place. It has a really fine nib. So I have a couple of gaps at the beginning of my eyebrows, which I like to just draw in really lightly, and then I go in and accentuate the arch a little bit. And then I just brush the product through to kind of blend it. That's just the easiest way to blend, is just use the spoolie on the other side. It's easy and quick. My absolute essential for summer skin is bronzer. Now this is a new product from Dior. It's part of their new range. This is the Dior Skin Mineral Nude Powder in Bronze Wild Earth. It's actually the shade number 2, and I'm literally going to take that first in the hollows of my cheekbones here. Oh, it's such a beautiful color. You want a kind of color that has a hint of orange in it. You obviously don't want to look too orange, but that sort of peachy orange color, that is the perfect summer flush. I don't do this in too much of a precise way because I feel like when you're out in the sun in the summer, your skin just gets naturally kind of bronzed all over. So I'm doing this where the sun would actually hit my skin and always taking it down the neck. I'm about to show you one of the most beautiful highlighters out there right now. This is the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess Illuminating Powder Jelly. It is so beautiful, almost too beautiful to actually dip your brush into, but I'm going to anyway. So I'm going to take a tiny little brush and sweep that on the high points of my cheeks. It again has that kind of peachy tone in it, which is the sort of color that you want to gravitate towards when you're doing a kind of sun-kissed look. So I'm taking that kind of from underneath my brow and I'm going all the way down in a sort of C shape onto the high points of my cheekbones and then onto my apples as well. And then I'm going to take that in the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose. And also a tip I learned from a makeup artist is to put it on your Cupid's bow. Put your highlighter here. Makes your lips look a bit plump and full. And I'm going to do that on my chin as well, just whatever's left over on my brush. Then for a little bit of blush, I'm going to do an old time classic NARS Orgasm blush. This is the sort of shade that just suits all skin types and colors, and it looks beautiful on everyone. I'm just doing a tiny bit of that on the apples of my cheeks. There you go. I love how that looks. Some of the best eyeshadow palettes out there are from Urban Decay. They have such a wide variety of colors, and this one is so beautiful and perfect for so many different looks. This is the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette. Just take a look inside here. Gosh, so you have a real mix. You have some shimmers, some mattes, some darker shades, some lighter shades. You can really wear this from day to night. So I'm first going to take this golden shimmer shade. This is Barely Baked, and I'm going to sweep that all over my lid. This is that sort of perfect golden eye color that has a bit of sheen to it, so it sort of reflects the light really beautifully and ties in with the whole skin look really well. I'm then going to use the shade Boundaries, which is in that same color family as all the other peach shades I've used across my face, and I'm going to sweep that in my crease. I'm just using a fluffy brush for this. These are just my favorite types of brushes to use for eyeshadow, especially a sort of more natural daytime look like this. And then lastly, I'm going to use the shade Blur, and I'm just going to sweep that underneath my brow bone to highlight and finish off the look, and then also in the inner corner of my eye. One of my all-time favorite mascaras is Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. I'm going to put this on only one of my eyes so you can properly see the difference. It has a bristle brush, which I don't normally love. I normally prefer a plastic brush, but this one just seems to grab onto every tiny little hair. So I've only put the mascara on my right eye, and you can see the difference. It's just totally lifted my eye, lifted my whole face even. It's just such a great mascara. It does look like I'm wearing really wispy false lashes. So for my lips, I'm going to use the Shiseido Visionary Gel Lipstick. This is in the shade Bullet Train. Again, that really peachy sort of colour. Oh my gosh, they're so creamy and glossy. Feels like a balm. It feels so nourishing and hydrating on my lips. So that is how you get this summer skin look. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!